Alright guys, welcome back to another update. Thank you guys for tuning in. As you just seen right there, we have officially, that's what you're about to see, we have officially, well, let me not go. I'm sorry, I'm being rude. I done got excited. I know how I get when I get excited. My bad. Let me slow down and thank my members. Thank you guys very much. Shout out to my subscribers. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate you. Oh yeah, we about to get in this thing. I told y'all about this Mr. Pennsylvania here. Been telling y'all about Mr. Pennsylvania for a while, so I got my troops in position, and we're gonna go ahead and deal with this guy accordingly. All right, so let's get into the map and let's get through this thing, guys. So yes, we have declared war on Pennsylvania. And we're going to go ahead and try, because I can't take a chance of having him sitting there knowing he's backstabbing me, knowing he's allowing the enemy to be able to come into these different areas. Like if you see right there, he's sitting here. I mean, they can just come right on in if they want to in these in these different areas. So no, we're going to go ahead and start to attack Mr. Pennsylvania, and we're going to go ahead and try to get him on out of there. And as you can see, I have decided to make peace with Arrowhead temporarily, so that I wasn't fighting both of these guys at the same time, which I could have done, but I figured, let me really get the real snake out of here, Mr. Pennsylvania, and then I can go ahead and turn back around and deal with Arrowhead. I would not let Arrowhead think he's going to get away with his cowardice acts. So this is what I mean by I make these guys turn against each other. I'm gonna make them expose each other. So we finna get into the meat and potatoes. If you don't know what's going on, by all means, just go back to part 1 and run it on back. If you want to know how you can get your army so big and this and that, all you gotta do is go to part 1 and watch every video and take notes, and you'll get right to this point, and you'll see it ain't through cheating, it ain't through, spending a whole bunch of money. It's through strategy, it's through seeing things ahead of time and learning some key points to the game that you may have been unaware of. This is all out war, guys. A lot of moving parts. So all I'm going to do is just break that down and just show you and talk about some of the key things that I see. Any questions, any concerns, leave it in the comments. So we're trying to hold off this rapid expansion on the West Coast. Australia is pretty much wrapped up almost. But we did a really good job of making sure that the enemy did not get any good, strong provinces. Maybe a few, but mostly he had to earn them, and he had to tear down a lot of the buildings there. So that was a good thing. Now, one thing we want to keep in mind is that we got to remember that Pennsylvania had a very large submarine presence. So we don't want to just be out there in that water too much until we can really break some of his troops down on land. So his only thing is going to be in the water. He's going to be strong still in the Navy, but on land he's going to be nothing. We're going to get him up. We're going to try to completely eradicate him from the United States. We are trying to ban him. Treason. Pennsylvania, you've been charged with treason. Trying to grab all that free land as fast as I can. Now that's pretty interesting right there, because I'm about to attack his boats with my submarines here, but I also see where he's bringing his airplanes over, which is very interesting because that would be a wise choice to go ahead and attack my submarines once they're revealed, because I've attacked his boat. So that would be a good move on Valencia's part. That would be good. But until then, these bombers, unless he has some fight, if he has fighters with these, then yeah, he can still attack. He can still attack these submarines anyway. But if these are just bombers, then no. You have to wait for me to reveal myself after attacking this battleship. So that's probably what he's trying to do anyway, knowing Valencia. Or he just doesn't. Let me see. Am I attacking it yet? Or he just doesn't see the submarines just yet. But the good thing is, again, you can't fly airplanes over this way. So that's why I went ahead and remobilized most of my troops into this area. That's why I mobilized most of my troops. You can see I got a lot of troops that I took back and refortified that area. So then I got some airplanes there and whatnot to try to help out in case some submarines come up. So eventually he probably will try to overrun that area down here as well, but that's going to take that's going to be a little bit more effort he's going to have to, because you just can't fly airplanes over here and bombard me with your airplanes. So that's why it's good to know the landmass and how things, how Australia and different areas operate. So I'm putting some spies in place. And if you notice, we're not doing intelligence spies. Now we want to actually damage buildings and property, because that's where people getting their points. So if I could send spies in to just damage, any kind of construction, any kind of buildings that you try to build, that may render you some points, then that's what I would do, and that's going to keep you from generating points while I'm building and constructing them in my homeland in different areas, getting all those points built up. Because that's what it's about at this stage in the game, guys. Okay, it's about getting those points in. So I'm going to sabotage his ability to build on already damaged provinces. As you can see, most of these provinces that I just clicked on, they have very little buildings, or they have a lot of damaged buildings that he needs to try to repair. And so by me sending in these spies, that's going to slow that progress up. And he's going to probably be wondering, well, why I'm not getting no points? Because I'm sabotaging your production. All right, so let's stop right there, guys. We'll get right back into this thing. Y'all stay tuned.